Jealous Julie came out. Jealous Julie came right out, and I had to be like, yo, simmer down, Jealous Julie, simmer down. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the channel. Today we're going to do, once again, the what solds. I've been doing so many what solds lately. Maybe I should switch it up. Probably should. Also, I went to my first Rummage sale this season, guys, and I did actually end up finding a pretty good bolo that I never knew about before, so I'm going to share that with you guys too. So grab your drinks, y'all. Let's chill out. Let's go over some stuff. I'm Jules, a full-time flipper, single mama, a one-woman show here to share with y'all and have fun. Guys, let's get into it. Let's go. Okay, guys, we have a beautiful tablecloth. Look at this, vintage linen tablecloth, mid-century, printed flowers, pink, yellow, floral. Okay, this was covered, and I mean covered in stains. Yeah, really bad. It was basically going to be thrown out at my local thrift store, and I thought, this is so pretty. I'm going to try to get the stains out. Let's do it. I've been doing the Martha Stewart method for quite a while, but this time I actually ordered something new from Amazon, and I'll share. It's called like Retro Cleaner or something like that. I'll share it with you guys, but yes, holy crap, it worked really good, and it was a lot easier than the other method. Hallelujah. It sold for $34 plus shipping. Definitely worth cleaning it and getting all the stains out. It only took like a week to sell too, if that. It was really fast. And just in case you don't know, I do volunteer at my local thrift store. Lately, I go down on Thursdays and I help with whatever they need help with. I do a lot of the linens because I just love linens, and you gotta sort through them and, you know, price them and all that. And how it works is you get a certain amount of money towards inventory. So for each hour you work, you get a certain amount, and you get to see things that come in on the days you work, and it's really neat. If you didn't know that, that's something I do about once a week, if not more. If they need help down there, I'll stay and help them out here and there, but yeah. Okay, guys, this is a good one. Wow, I went to Salvation Army last week, and they didn't have a whole lot. I was looking around, you know, but I was over by the jewelry, and I seen this sitting in the jewelry case. It was half off. They wanted 10 for it, and it was half off that color tag, so I ended up paying $5 for this. It was covered in like white, like it looked like old toothpaste or something. I know, gross. Like they could have cleaned it off or something, but actually it probably helped it not sell because it didn't look great, you know. But as soon as I seen this in the case, I thought, I know some of these can do really well, and I'm curious why it sat here for at least probably a couple weeks, you know, for it to be half off. And guys, it sold within, I would say, 3 or 4 days of posting it for $70 plus shipping. Yep. And some of these sell for hundreds. Some of them are not worth as much, so always check it out before you purchase. A lot of these Gillette ones are called Fat Boys, which I thought was kind of funny. Vintage Gillette Safety Razor Fat Boys, adjustable. Yeah, it has a little thing you can click and adjust it, and it worked fine. Everything was functional. I cleaned it up and it looked pretty good. I still have maybe some age wear to it, but honestly, it's like from the 50s. So for that, it looks pretty darn good. Definitely keep a lookout for these guys. Some of them can be worth a ton. If you didn't see, a couple videos ago, I talked about going through some of my death pile, and I found some pretty valuable things. One was this old relic thing that sold for over $200 and some, and this was another item I found. This sold within a couple weeks for $110 plus shipping. I had it for $160, and it just kind of sat a while. I did get some offers here and there and waited a little bit, and then $110 offer came in, and I thought, you know what, let's do it. Sold $110 for a death pile item that I didn't even know I had. How? I don't know, guys. I didn't know I had that, but good sale, definitely. All right, these were really cool shoes. I would have definitely kept these if they would have fit me, because look at these Merrill Woman's Alpine Color Block sneaker, size 9. These I found at my local thrift store. I paid $2 for them, and they sold for 30 some plus shipping. I'll let you know because it says 38, but I think I took an offer. I'm not sure, But I'll let you guys know. Yes, I don't always pick up shoes, but if I find shoes that look really nice and I don't have to clean them much or anything, I'll pick them up. Ones I know will sell pretty well, I pick up. So yeah, definitely a good find. I knew just from looking at them, and Merrell's a good name. I thought, oh, those should do pretty well. And they did. They only took a couple weeks to sell too. Oh, this poor dog. Look at this, guys. Sparky the fire safety dog. 1956. Gun vinyl rubber face. Dalmatian. Needs love. TLC I put. Okay, so I found him at an estate sale. He was only, I don't know how much they had on him. $2 or $3. Not much. That's why I grabbed him. Because he was not looking good. But I just saw the rubber face. I thought, oh, this looks similar to a Rushton. If you don't know, is a very sought after vintage plush with the rubber face. I can show some comps here, but a lot of people know about him. Anywho, this was not a Rushton, but he was old. And when I looked him up, this guy does sell really well. Okay, he's more rare. He has a fireman coat sometimes, and maybe a fire hat. I'm not sure what all comes with them, but this is all my guy had. This poor guy. And look at his face, guys. Oh my gosh. I didn't even notice this till I brought him home. Look at this poor fella. His whole mouth was coming apart, okay? It was just, oh, my mirror. It was not good. After I seen that his mouth was coming apart, I'm like, oh my gosh, this guy's in worse condition than I even remember. But I know people are looking for this guy, and if I price him cheap, someone's probably going to buy him and try to fix him up. So that's what I did. I sold him for $20 plus shipping. I think he took maybe a month to sell, I guess, around there. Yes, I didn't want to give up on him, and I'm glad somebody else is going to have him and hopefully fix him up, because he sure needs it. He needs some help. Oh, vintage chenille. I love vintage chenille. I have found a couple, actually, oh, where I got that Sparky dog, I did actually find a pink vintage chenille bedspread, really pretty. That one hasn't sold yet, but this one is just a white twin, vintage white chenille twin bedspread, fringe retro popcorn. Since it was more plain white and only a twin size, I priced it to sell at $29.88. I thought that was a good price for it, and it sold rather quickly too, like I think in a day for $29.88. Oh, here we go. This is like almost vintage, but not really. 2008 Boston Summer Tour Concert 2XL. Yeah, very nice. And the image looked good with that UFO, and the back looked good, you know. This was also an estate sale find. I only paid $2 for this, I believe, and it sold for $25 plus shipping, I think. I did take an offer. I'll let you guys know. That sat for a while though. I've had it at least a couple months or so. Okay, now this is an item or items that I have had for a very long time, and I will never pick up this again, ever. Well, first of all, I've said it quite a few times probably. I do not pick up glass unless it's worth it. I have to get a decent amount out of it to, you know, want to ship it and all. This vintage Pyrex Corning coffee tea mug saucer milk glass stripe. It's a stripe lot 6 restaurant cafe. I found these. I know I didn't pay much for them. I don't really remember. It took forever to sell. I would get lowball offers here and there, and I kind of just sat on them thinking, no, this is gonna be kind of a pain in the booty to ship. I want to get a decent amount out of them, but I've had them for so long. I just got to the point where I'm like, I don't care. I don't care. Next offer I get, I'm just gonna let them go because I'm tired of having them. So eventually I got an offer. I think it was $20 plus shipping, and I'm like, you know what? Okay, $20 plus shipping. Do I want to ship them for that much? No, but I did, just to get rid of them. So I cleaned out my storage area recently. It had just a bunch of junk from when I was married, you know, things that I just didn't need. So I got rid of a lot of stuff, guys. And this is just something I found in there, and I thought, no one's gonna ever play this thing. Might as well sell it. It probably works, but you know, just in case, I put not tested, just so they know. And this Miss Pac-Man Atari game sold for $18 plus shipping. Nice sale, free to me, easy to ship. So cool. All right, guys, I'm going to share a clip of something I found at that rummage sale I was talking about earlier. So when I got to that rummage sale, there was a bit of a line, maybe 15 or so people in front of me, which was okay. I had to drop my kids off at school, so I literally did not have time to be there any earlier. So when they opened, there definitely was a couple resellers in front of me. And there was one guy who was just like one of them really fast people. If you all know, you might be one of them. I don't know. I can't do it though. I wish I was faster. I try, you know. But some people like get in and they're like, da 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 da. They like go really fast. And he was one of them. And I was like, holy crap, you know. But guess what happened, guys? He found a bunch of shirts. He had a pile. You know, I think he was a vintage t-shirt guy. If you know, you know. So nothing wrong with that. I think that's primarily what he was looking for. But I seen him put a pile aside and it was, you know, shirts and stuff. And then on top of the pile, guys, was, I'm 95% sure, a Pendleton blanket. The 3 stripe ones. Yes, I seen that and I was like, oh no, he didn't. Oh no, he didn't. You know what? Jealous Julie came out. Jealous Julie came right out and I had to be like, yo, simmer down, Jealous Julie, simmer down. You ever do that? Like you have a conversation with yourself in your head. Like whenever I have like jealous or negative or judgmental thoughts, anything like that, I'd like to keep myself in check. I was like, you girl, let him have that. That's his. He found it fair and square. Just chill, 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 chill. I had to tell myself to chill. And then I walked around and kept looking around for stuff. And I kept having Jealous Julie pop up in my head. Like, I can't believe he got that blanket. If I would have just went over to the linens like I usually do, because y'all know I love linens. And I just didn't even see the linen table. It was kind of in the back. And I was looking at other stuff, you know. So it was just like one of the moments. You can't be everywhere. There's going to be competition. Stuff like that happens. Yeah, it sucks. I wish I would have got it, but it's really not a big deal whatsoever. So we got to let it roll. And I'm glad I at least attempt to keep Jealous Julie in check, or negative Julie, or judgmental Julie. Any of those Julies that come out, I got to put them in their place, you know. That's my little technique anyhow. Anywho, guys, so roll that beautiful bean footage.
And he's not talking.
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
Uh-oh.
Of the rummage sale find that I did find. That is a good find. So I'm very thankful for this cute little find. Check it out. All right, I'm sharing my cute find. I went to a rummage sale this morning and I found this there. I only paid, I believe, $3 for these little squirrels. They're from the late 70s, I believe. Definitely the 70s. And they're called woodsies, I guess, little woodsy squirrels. He's a little scuffy. He's got a few stains, but he's all right. Most of them look good, like very few stains or anything. For their age, they're looking pretty darn good. Look how cute. I think you can put your fingers in here. Actually, let's see if I can. How cute are these guys? Oh yeah, look at, you can put your fingers in there. Aw, so they're like little puppets too, kind of. How darling is that? Okay, and look at their house, guys. It's a log, and it's got cute little inside, little fire and everything. And the outside is very cute. I'll show you. Move these guys over. You can put the little flap up. Flap goes up, and look at mushroom. The other side has like a vine. Look at that. And look at door and window. I just cleaned this with dish soap and water, really good with a toothbrush, because this part was kind of dirty and this part too, but look how nice it cleaned up. A lot of plastic things that are vintage can really clean up well, just some soap and water. You'd be surprised. I'm always surprised myself. But yes, and disinfectant wipes too. I use disinfectant wipes for so much. And here's another cool find. Some of you all might remember these. Benders. Clariol Benders. Heated flexible shapers. We got the box, the Kmart little price tag, $29.97. And this is the case they plug in and heat up right in here. And obviously you bend them around your hair, make little curls. Has a little bit of peeling going on here, but nothing too bad. With the original box and everything, I paid $2 for these, and they should sell for around $30, I think, with everything here. So yeah, I did pretty good. And the woodsies go for quite a bit. I should sell these guys for like 60 some dollars. And update, as I was editing my video, these actually sold for a full asking price of $78.99. That is a good flip, so keep a lookout for these guys. All right, guys, that's all I got for today. I hope you enjoyed and maybe learned something new. If you stayed this long, don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. I know usually a lot of people that watch actually forget or just don't subscribe. Definitely subscribe if you like my content and watch it, because it helps me out, helps my channel grow and all that. So I really do appreciate you all. I hope everyone's doing good. And now that garage sale season and rummage sale season and all that stuff is beginning, we all find a lot of good treasure out there, okay? All right, guys, catch you on the next one. Happy hunting. Toodaloos.